So today I'm going to be asking and answering one simple question: should you buy Star Wars Battlefront 2? So just like my other videos, this is going to be a pros and cons list. However, firstly we're going to give you a brief introduction of what Battlefront 2 is. So Battlefront 2 is EA's second Star Wars cash grab gone wrong. However, after adding new content and updates for the past couple of years, it's safe to say it's gone sexual. So, we're going to start off with the pros for why you should buy Star Wars Battlefront 2. The first pro would be the mind-numbingly fun gameplay, because after about 40 minutes you won't even realise you're playing the game at this point. You'll just be sat there, zoned out, killing whatever the fuck's in front of you. With the main mode that's called Supremacy, you basically capture points or defend them, but with the way it's set out and the amount of players in the game, there's always something to do. The only problem with the amount of players would probably be that you'd never be able to get Count Dooku in his pajamas, but it's okay. The second pro for playing this game is the amount of game modes that you can actually play. The main one being Heroes versus Villains, but you also have Ewok Hunt. Now Ewok Hunt is basically, imagine Care Bears, but it's a horror game. Then you have Starfighter Assault, which is practically, imagine taking a driving test without having any lessons. Then you have Blast, which is pretty much just team deathmatch. Then you have Galactic Assault. Now, Galactic Assault was the original main mode for this game, but if you're gonna play a big game mode, just play Supremacy, you know? Now, the third pro for this game is probably gonna have to be the fact that there's so many maps, and you can play all three eras of Star Wars from it. Now, the one I'd recommend is probably the prequel stuff, just simply because of the sheer amount of heroes and different specialists that you can pick from. Now, my final pro has to mainly do with the heroes and villains in the game, mainly to do with the abilities that you are given, depending on the character. It leaves a lot of room for outplaying, and the ability to just absolutely destroy someone mentally. For example, this clip. Before I absolutely shit on this game, with all the cons, I just want to ask, did you just drop something though? A like on the video. Now moving on to the cons. The first one, and it's a big one, this thing right here. It ruins games. I could understand if it was every once in a while, but it's literally certain times of the day, every day, that the servers just don't seem to want to work. And it's not just a nitpick, because certain times it does become unplayable and you kind of just have to deal with it or stop playing the game. Second con would be that sometimes in matchmaking you get put into empty lobbies and it could take 30 minutes to find other people to play with. This ruins the experience a bit when you've not really got that much time and you need to get other stuff done. It kind of stops it from being like a casual game into a really frustrating hour. But yeah, other than that, and the fact that the campaign's a bit shit, it's a pretty decent game. It has issues, but when it doesn't have issues, it's quite a fun game to play. So my final thoughts are, if you're gonna buy it when it's on sale, or if you really like Star Wars, I'd recommend just buying it whenever you can afford it. But should you buy it, yeah, it's a pretty good game, and the features that it has in it are actually quite fun to play. But also, don't forget Count Dooku in his pajamas.
Welcome to the Cum Zone.